Hey everyone, it's Luke Durden here, and this week I'd like to talk about the idea of finding your passion. Now I think that this subject is a really large one, and it's not something I could fit all in one video, but maybe some people who are struggling to find their passion out there, to give them a little bit of a different perspective to look at it. I think the first problem is that when we look at someone who's practicing or pursuing their passion, we give them this hallmark ideology. That is, they're always having fun or always happy while following their passion. It seems as though they never hit any road bumps. I mean, that may be a part of a problem of social media, but it really does appear to be that way. And even more so, someone who's not actively pursuing a passion, when they look at somebody who is, it could be quite frustrating. And they may think to themselves, if I were in their shoes, or if only I had their opportunities, or if only I had a passion to pursue like them, I would be much happier. And while I think this is true to some extent, in that when you are following a passion, it gives you a meaning to life. And in turn, having a meaning and having a purpose will make you happier. But I don't believe that when you are following your passion that you will always be happy throughout the entire duration. I mean, you don't have to look far to see agony and anguish in people who followed their passion. Van Gogh, for instance, had a tragic life riddled with depression and mental health, all while pursuing his passion of being a painter. To have a passion is to be passionate about something, meaning you have powerful emotions towards whatever that may be. And being happy is only one emotion on that spectrum. You'll be angry, you'll be frustrated, mad, or upset at times. And I believe a lot of us drop our passion before it begins to flourish because we're looking for this hallmark ideology. We're looking for this greater feeling that we are being called to be doing this task or this craft. And that we drop it because we're not feeling happy, or we're not good at it, or we're frustrated. I really do believe that we all have something that we are passionate about, but we are more consumers rather than producers, especially now, in this age. Take the story of Quentin Tarantino, for example. He was obsessed with movies before he was a director. He even worked in a movie store selling and renting out movies. He was a massive consumer, watching hundreds and hundreds of movies. I mean, he was somewhat of an expert of all the active movies that were out there. And what happened was later, this passion for movies pushed him to writing a script, which pole vaulted his career to become the director that we know today. But it was the act of producing that pole vaulted his career, that really brought his passion to fruition. It's not to say that if he was to stay at the movie store that he wouldn't live a happy and fulfilling life. Thankfully, we've seen the other side of what happened with him pursuing this production of movies. We see this greatness that was really within him when he decided to take his passion and start producing something with it. And lastly, I don't think when you set out looking for your passion, you should be looking for the end goal. I think it's really, really rare that when you look back in history and you look at somebody like Pablo Picasso, who literally painted from a child all the way to the day he died, he stuck with this one passion and this one thing. I really think that's a really rare thing to come across. I think that in individuals, our passions change and shift. I mean, you could probably look back at your life and look at what you were into as a teenager, and it was a completely different life than what you're interested or what you practice now. And so my advice is to take this act of consuming something that you're really passionate about and try producing something, whether it's a video, whether it's a craft, or whether it's just talking about it. It's so easy just to start up a podcast and just talk about something that you're interested in. And you never know where it may go. You never know the doors that may open from it. And that's the adventure of following your passion. So I think to sum it all up, when you start down the path of pursuing a passion, it's not going to be enjoyable. I think that the outcome of practicing your passion is where you will see that enjoyment. When you finish that painting, or when you finish that movie, or finish that book that you made, that's the feeling of happiness that you get, that you accomplished something. But while you're practicing, you're going to be uncomfortable, and especially if you're trying to get better at it, you're going to have to feel vulnerable and disappointed and frustrated and all these quote-unquote negative emotions. And that's a part of the journey. And to just look inward and see what you are consuming and what you are consuming that you're passionate about, and see a way for you to produce something out of it. I mean, it's so limitless now with all the technology that we have and the different outlets. You can really do anything to express your interests. And lastly, don't focus on the end goal. Don't focus on what you want to be in 50 years. Focus on what you're interested now and really pursue it and see where it takes you. Thank you all for watching. If you made it this far in the video, don't forget to leave a like. I want to hear down in the comments what your passion is that you follow, or if this helped you in your path of finding your passion. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification, as I drop a new video every week, and that will let you know as soon as I drop it. I hope you all enjoyed. Take care.